Andy, such a delight to have you here and representing Wipro. Wipro, as everybody knows, $11 billion consulting and SI powerhouse to 50,000 employees across the globe and scaling its business through partner ecosystems, right? It's one of the stories there. As she was mentioning in our private chat earlier, it's a strategy and focus led by Wipro's chairman himself, and Andy is one of the key executives, executing that strategy, working very closely with the hyperscalers and other set of partners. Seasoned professional, 25 years of experience, sales, consulting, partnering, bringing it all together. And then in the last decade, I would say very dedicated to the hyperscalers, specifically Amazon W and Amazon Web Services. Proven track record in launching innovative solutions, scaling businesses, scaling revenues, and really being a change agent at Wipro. Before that, working with likes of Deloitte and many other companies as well. Currently, she's focused on building and enhancing companies' cloud capabilities. And as I mentioned, they are using the cloud to scale up their business, but more importantly, for the benefit of customers. Andy, anything that you would love to add to this? Short intro, didn't want to embarrass you with so many accolades, but tell us something more that we don't know or what the audience doesn't know.
I would say my passion is really customer focused. I've been very fortunate in my career to do a lot of firsts with customers. And, when you talk about cultural alignment, how we think about our partnerships is both cultural and technology. Wipro uses the 5 habits, as does AWS and Amazon. And for me, one of those is building trust. And, cloud and doing new things is very scary for customers. There's a lot of risk. Many times critical outcomes are on the line, and cloud solves for those. And as we go through and talk a little more, Nirav, I'll give you some examples. But for me, my passion is helping our customers be successful, building those partnerships. I've been doing technology for a very long time, and I still have customers that call me and they'll hear about something and they'll say, tell me about this. We feel like we need to do this. Help me understand it and help me unwind it. And those are the things for me personally that make this much more than a job. It really is about building lifetime relationships and putting the customer at the heart of everything that we do collectively.
Yep. No, so well said, right? I think, to my mind, ecosystem executives and professionals are real-time orchestrators, bringing different pieces of the organization, of your partners together to, create value for your end customers. And, you've been a shining light doing that. So thank you. Tell us about your hyperscaler business and partnerships today. I know it's a multi-billion-dollar business at Wipro, and then growing non-linearly as well. It's kind of the growth agent for Wipro. A lot of other things that you do kind of tie in very well with what you do with AWS or Microsoft or Google. Tell us about your current state of business, how you are scaling, how you are really orchestrating both the strategy and then executing it with your partners and your internal organization.
Thanks, Nirav. Wipro's cloud business, especially with AWS and the other hyperscalers, is growing. This year, we launched many new offerings and announced strategic agreements with AWS at reInvent, as an example. The thing that I'm very excited about is Wipro is investing heavily in cloud and Gen AI. We've made multi-billion-dollar investments in both cloud and Gen AI. And one of the outcomes, early focus areas, is that we're training all 250,000 plus employees on Gen AI. We're incorporating Gen AI into our business, how we work internally, and also how we serve our customers. Our vision is to be the partner of choice for our clients. And we do this through leading with business solutions that drive outcomes and value for our clients. And it's really all about helping them address what we call their signature issues. When we think about industry cloud, I don't think of industry cloud as a box of Legos that's built for, this industry or that industry. I think it's about working backwards from the customer and understanding, it's an old cliche, but what's keeping them up at night and how can we pull from a large ecosystem to solve those problems and objectives and bring them value. Partnerships at Wipro are one of the core pillars of our business strategy. We have a 360-degree relationship, and actually, the way that our organization is structured promotes collaboration across more than 100 partners. We also have 4 new global business lines, and the way that they work with customers, all the way from consulting to engineering to very specific technical offering areas, cybersecurity, sustainability. We bring all of those together, and we really start with a common set of cultural values and driving common business objectives and putting our customer at the heart of everything that we do. Our vision is to bring a simplified model to engage with Wipro that focuses on the customer outcomes. In 2024, we're going to be really focusing and increasing our partner co-sell and co-innovation motions with AWS as an example. We're going to leverage Lab 45 and our AWS Launchpad innovation centers around the world to help our customers explore the art of the possible, especially as it relates to Gen AI. There's a lot going on. Gen AI is the part of every topic. Every breakout session at reInvent had a component of Gen AI. And then we want to be able to rapidly move these accelerators, the solutions and the services into marketplace. So helping our customers accomplish their goals, but then also move our offerings so that they can consume them.
Oh, that's amazing. And you just mentioned that. So let me dig a little bit deeper into that. Marketplaces, especially the hyperscaler or cloud marketplaces, is a new route to market, especially for consulting firms and GSIs like yourself. ISVs have been doing that for a while. Amazon or Google or Microsoft have been offering that as a route to market for ISVs for quite some time. But this is a new muscle for a lot of SIs and GSIs. In fact, Amazon just yesterday launched a marketplace where you can bundle up service offerings, and then you can sell that to the market as well. So completely new route to market, but a huge potential as well. It's a huge potential for billions of unused cloud commits that your end customers have. How is Wipro tapping into this? What's your marketplace strategy? Tell us more about that.
So thank you. I think, first of all, when we talk about a marketplace strategy, we like to think about meeting our customers where they are. And marketplace is going to enable Wipro to meet our clients and their expectations, how they want and need to buy in a dynamic macroeconomic environment, a technology environment that is literally moving at the speed of light, and then also deploy new routes to market for Wipro. If you look across the 4 global business lines, as I talked about earlier, Nirav, Engineering Edge, as an example, they are not only developing Wipro accelerators, solutions, and service offerings, they're helping our customers develop IP, right? And so how do you take those things and get them into a consumable model very quickly? We think is going to be addressed largely by a marketplace. As our portfolio offerings continue to grow, and they're growing exponentially every day, marketplace is a source of ancillary revenue. And quite frankly, in many instances, it's providing new points of entry for expanding our client relationships. We have wonderful, global account executives who maintain the relationships. The reality is that everyone at Wipro is selling into our customers in some fashion or another, and we want to be able to enable those. And I loved the comments that we had earlier with Jack and some of the questions like, how do you decide, prioritize? The great thing with Marketplace is that we can launch an offering And then we can go back and use market insights, data, and analytics to understand how those offerings are performing, how they're resonating with clients. Do we need to shape and shift them slightly? Because of cloud, you can fail fast, you can iterate very quickly. And so we don't think for a second that marketplace is going to become a very stale and stagnant and a single way of doing things. We're going to deliver very multi-channel experiences through marketplace with our customers. We're going to give them different consumables that they can connect together, if they need to solve larger problems, and if they just need to really execute on something very quickly that helps them meet a commitment, as an example.
Mhm.
They can do that through marketplace. We can incorporate many offerings into marketplace and help our customers have a very easy place to go to understand how we can help them, what's available, and really help them drive transformation across many parts of the Wipro portfolio. We're also very excited about using data and Gen AI to help us explore where our customers have gaps that
Mhm.
marketplace can fill. So we're planning to not just build a very tactical presence with marketplace. We're planning to use it to be very proactive and bring ancillary value to our customers. We're going to partner with WorkSpan to take the guesswork out of how we work together. And we're going to try to do it across our entire partner ecosystem. Lots of partners coming together that may have traditionally been competitive or done things in silos. We really want to build the one Wipro message and then use marketplace as a way to bring everything together again, working backwards from our customers, help them solve.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing, right? It's speed to market for you. It's value to you and your partners that you're stitching together,
Mhm.
and then it's benefit to the customer as well. It's modern procurement. You kind of sell faster versus 6 to 9 months of sales cycle, and then get down to value delivery and execution and monitoring as well. Fairly quickly, right? So it's a win-win-win for everybody. And I'm particularly very excited to see, what the art of the possible here. We've just kind of dipped our feet in the water now. So looking forward to that. Any good examples that you may have, early examples that you're seeing? And I think there's one more question that I want to pick up from the chat that's come in as well. How are you working with the ISVs to create solutions and packages
Mhm.
through the CPPO program? And then, are you able to sell those as well?
We are. And when I was talking about the ecosystem and you heard Jason Eichenholz talk about, the breadth of our partnerships, that is really one of the top opportunities. We have over 100 partners. Many of them are ISV and builder partners, and we're putting together many tri-party offerings because the reality is that our customers are working with almost every single partner in our ecosystem. They're working with multi hyperscalers, and what we're doing is bringing those things together to make it easier for the customers to consume. They don't have to go out and negotiate all these individual contractual agreements with, the different parties and, try to figure out what commitments can I make over here. We're going to try to bring that all together for our customers in marketplace. And we're in the process of building very industry focused solutions. As an example, we've had a lot of conversations with FICO around
Mhm.
the potential to launch something very interesting there. Our traditional partners like Palo Alto, I mean, every client in a space works with Palo Alto in some manner. And we want to just, again, bring that value component back to, can we transact things through marketplace that will help our customers, meet their commitments, have everything at their fingertips, and then most importantly, put us in a position where we can really co-innovate together, co-sell and co-innovation. We don't have everything predefined. We're going to, get into Lab 45 or a launch pad with several partners and different personas from a customer and design what we think is going to best help them meet their objectives.
Wow! Such a great strategy, and then executing it as well. But this must be very complex, Andy, right? Co-innovating with multiple partners, then trying to take it to the market, selling it, and then kind of driving, measuring, monitoring, and then kind of having that feedback loop to focus on things that are working versus not working. Tell us about some of the opportunities and challenges that you are seeing today, and then how does what are the processes that you're putting to make this happen, and then how does a technology like WorkSpan, which is a digital core to a lot of these motions, how is that helping you, or how will that help you as you kind of roll this out, or as you are orchestrating this?
I think the biggest opportunity, Nirav, for us is to really understand the nuances around how customers want to make decisions, and also understanding how we bring complementary offerings from Wipro together. You know, consulting and futuring is where a lot of our thought leadership practices sit, and they're not really always focused on the end solution. And so the first thing that we're going to be using marketplace for is to collaborate internally on the journey of a customer and really meeting them where they are. You
Hmm.
know, we want to provide what we'll call multimodal access for our customers. If you think about it, think about the differences in the way that an automotive OEM, as an example, and maybe a med device customer use the same solution.
Hmm.
Traceability, track and trace, as an example. So we're going to, provide a mechanism for our customers to understand, here's a solution that addresses 60% of the predefined needs. And then we're going to go with our hyperscaler partners and our ISV partners to really make that solution fit the business outcomes and what the customer needs to, to have to get to the anticipated value. Um, the biggest area of opportunity, I think, in addition to marketplace, is how we collaborate between Wipro sales and our hyperscaler sales, such as AWS. We are driving a lot of partner originated opportunities. And in many instances, AWS is committed to bringing opportunities, leads, and customers to Wipro as part of our strategic agreements.
Hmm.
To be able to streamline that process is exponential savings and time where we can really go and focus on building relationships with our customers, focusing our talent on continued innovation. If you think about where Wipro has been historically, we are a very technology forward company. We have an incredible amount of talent. I was just on a call earlier today. I mean, we have ambassadors that are working with our hyperscaler partners to help them uh, change and evolve their service offerings. Stuff like that's very exciting. And, so we're really looking at um, the relationship with WorkSpan as a way for Wipro to make our biggest asset, which is our employees, more available to our partners and our customers. And then we're also really looking forward to insights. I think marketplace has been around for a while, and I think it's really hard sometimes to gauge the value that your solutions are really bringing and why customers are making a decision to buy or not to buy, and how we can use that data to refine offerings and improve processes. We're very, very excited about that. And we want to, see if we can employ Gen AI as part of that to constantly improve the customer experience. We know that the customers that are buying today are not going to be the customers that are making buying decisions tomorrow. And I think getting those data and insights as early on as we can really help us define what are the offerings that we're going to take to market, not just this year and next year, but 5 and 10 years from now.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. And what a way to drive scale, but with agility and being data driven as well. And then how do you orchestrate your internal ecosystem with AWS or hyperscaler ecosystem, working very closely together around common customers, common opportunities, common accounts, and doing it on a real time basis. So such a great strategy, and then a shining example of how we are orchestrating this. One last question to round it off. I'm already getting an alert from my team that we are running out of time. But one final customer, more at a personal level, right? You've been an example of doing this. But for young people or people who are starting out uh, on ecosystem journey, or as partner professionals, or those who want to scale it from where they are today, what would be your top or two or three advices or insights that you would love to offer?
I would say start with a customer. I think that many times, people have lots of great ideas, and there's a lot of innovation taking place, which is very exciting. And we need more young people and startup companies to get their innovative ideas out in the market. We have a venture part of our business that supports startup companies, Nirav, but you can't go and innovate in a vacuum, in a lab. You have to have a customer at the heart of everything, and they have to stay engaged along the way. You've got to have a real relationship so that they'll tell you, this is working, this isn't working, here's how we'd like to shape and shift this offering, and be able to do that. I think the second thing is, you've got to really invest in your talent. That's the one thing that I'm so excited about at Wipro, is that we really are building a training and investment mentality, forcing 250, think about that, 250,000 people to really incorporate awareness of generative AI, how we need to use it in a responsible manner to do our jobs, serve our customers, protect our assets, help our employees. So I think investing in the talent and keeping that talent focused in the areas that they're most passionate about, is really important. And then lastly, I would just say it's all about the ecosystem. I every day I feel like I've got 5 or 10 new ISVs and other great partners that want to work with Wipro. And because of some of the enablement things that WorkSpan's delivering, we're going to be able to say yes more. And I'm super excited about that. I want to do more for my customers every day.
That's such a great advice, and I love your point number one is you really being at the center with the customers. Sometimes partner professionals work in the shadows, but keeping customer at the heart, or at the center of everything, and making sure that every action and strategy of yours is driving value to the customer. I think that's such a great advice, and thank you for leading the way, Andy. Appreciate you being here. Had a fascinating conversation. I know you're extremely accessible. So people in the audience, feel free to reach out to Andy. She is a great sponsor and champion of this community. So look forward to our future engagements, Andy, and look forward to working together as we scale our relationship as well. So thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for keeping us at the heart of what you all are doing. Really appreciate it.
That's been fantastic, Andy and Nirav. You asked one question, Nirav, right in the middle of the session. I think we got time just for maybe one question. There are a bunch of questions that have come in, but this one's from Greg Latto. Greg is Alliance Leader at Cell Data. And Greg asks, how do you drive awareness of partnership value and the value of co-selling via WorkSpan to your practice leaders? That's interesting. I've been working with your practices for 2 years and didn't know you were using WorkSpan. I know you're just getting started, so I'm sure that's but curious about how do you drive awareness of partnership value?
Well, the biggest thing is we try to treat our SMU leaders, our GBLs, as our customers. They are our customers. And so really understanding how we can make an impact in their business, and being very respectful of where they are in the relationships that they're trying to build with our customers. We get impatient as sales teams, and we want our priorities to be the top priorities. And it's not always about that. It's about, again, meeting our external customers where they are in the journey and helping build that trust so that, we're bringing the right things to the table at the right time. And I think that's, part of our relationships with how we're trying to articulate the value of the partnership team to our, our sales teams is we're here to help you. We're here to fill gaps, and we're here to help you be able to do more. The GAEs have an incredible task. They represent the entire portfolio at Wipro, and you just can't touch everything. So we want to have an understanding of priorities and be together as one team.
Fantastic.